What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails Through Daybreak 2. Last time we finished off Act 2, Part A, Chaos in Heiyu, where in the end it turns out Sal orchestrated everything that happened within Heiyu just so he could form his own branch family to become one of the Elders of Heiyu, which... no surprise, as we've seen since we first met him in Trails of Zero, Sal only looks out for one person, and that is himself. So, obviously, he is now going to be part of the Lee family, which, obviously, Sal Lee. But now that we're done with that, it seems like Van and the others will be going wherever they need to go next. But for now, we are going to be moving on to Act 2B, over here with Agnes, Swin, and Nadia in what's called Academy Days. Let's go ahead and get started. By the way, just to point out, this, I believe... Alright, back to March 5th. This will be the last part of the branching storyline of the game, I believe. If I remember correctly, everything from here onward after this, you know, everyone is kind of together, so to speak.
1年次の授業もあと少しだね。終業式は今月23日。その翌日が卒業式になります。授業編成も変則的になるみたいだから注意してね。それとはいはい、トワ先生、卒業式って言えば、先生がいた帝国の士官学校ってみんな軍人になるんでしょ？どんな感じなの？
やっぱ気になるよな。トワちゃんの本来の勤め先、確か帝国のトールズ士官学院だっけか。
士官学校って言っても普通の高等学校とそう変わらないよ。訓練とか一部特殊なカリキュラムがあったりもするけど、卒業先の進路も
That's really true. If you really think about it, how many people, I mean, obviously Class 7.
OG だけど教官になっちゃったしね。
Class 7 was a special case, but you really gotta think, how many of them are currently even in the military? If you really think about it, none of them are currently in the military. Reen obviously is an instructor at Thor's, so if you want to, like, stretch it, you could say he joined the military, because obviously he did work for the military even before graduating. I'm not going to go through every single member, but you think of most of them. Okay, Elliot didn't join the military. Gaius didn't join the military. Laura, Fee, almost none of them in Class 7 joined the military. I'm really trying to think if there's anyone from Class 7 who actually is in a military role. I don't think so. Eustace, no. Machias, no. Emma, no. Alisa, no. Yeah, and then you go to, you know, you move on to new Class 7. It's Yuna's part of the SSS. Actually, we assume she is anyway. Because that was like her goal after, you know, she went to Thor's and then was going to come back and join the SSS. But then for the rest of them, okay, Kurt, obviously being a Vander, he probably just serves as part of the Vander house doing something. Ash, we have no idea. They kind of hint in Reverie that he might become a Bracer one day, because Toval was really pushing for that. And then Altina, you would assume, just stays by Reen's side. And Crow, definitely not military. But yeah, so pretty much nobody from Class 7. Although we did have characters like Alan, who were from different classes that did end up in the military.
へえ、案外自由なのかな。
そういや、軍人以外にも結構いろんな有名人がいるって聞くよな。
ユリアン君の母校でもあるんだっけ。
ああ、トワ教官や他の教官方にはいつもお世話になってい
た。Oh
から。
right, did we meet this kid in the first game? I think we did. We knew he was from Thor's, right? Yeah. So he transferred from Thor's over to Aramis.
そっちの学校生活も一度覗いてみたいぜ。
年明けから赴任してきたトワ先生か。いつも外国の話が面白くて感心してしまうな。確か国際交流の一環で エレボニア帝国から来たらしいが。
ええ、その上教師をしながら有名な NGO にも勤めてらっしゃるとか、そちらでも活躍されてるそうですし、本当にすごい先生ですよね。うんうん、そういうところも含めて人気だよね。しかも優秀な上にあの可愛さ、もう嫌顔でも全校の注目の的っていうか気持ちはわかるけど。それじゃあ連絡事項に入るけど、その前に今日から編入する短期留学生を紹介しちゃうね。2人とも入ってきて。え、短期留学生？それに2人って。やあやあ皆さん、どうもどうも。
Oh Lord.
留学生のナディア・レインです。みんななあちゃんって呼んでね。
お前な、ノリが軽すぎだ。
あははは、スイン君も自己紹介を頼めるかな。
ええ。スウィン・アーベル。こいつと同じくレミフェリアからの留学生だ。こんな半端な時期で申し訳ないが、よろしく頼む。
マジかよ。てかナーディアちゃん可愛くね？
質問！2人はどういう関係なの？えへん、よくぞ聞いてくれたね。何を隠そう、スーちゃんとなーちゃんは。
話をややこしくするな。
まさか編入してくるなんて。もしかして例の件で。ここまでする理由はないはずだし。
まさかまた例のバイト先の関係者なのか？
Correct.
アニエスも苦労してるみたいだね。ちなみに学芸祭にも参加してもらうから、みんなも仲良くね。あと校内を案内してあげたいんだけど、先生もまだ勝手がわからないこともあるし、ここはアニエスさんにお願いしようかな。トワ先生、もしかして事情を。
That would make sense.
わかりました。そういうことであればそれじゃあ昼休みにでもよろしくね。あと学芸祭用に注文した資材なんだけど。
So what is their purpose for being here? Sorry, Aggie. I thought it'd be more fun if we kept it a secret. So what's the verdict? Did we surprise you? Mission accomplished. Anyway, did you two really apply to our short-term exchange program? Sure did. We have a few connections who helped us get in. I know Nadia likes to do things on a whim, but this isn't one of those cases. We went through all the proper channels. Well, that's good to hear at least. Swin's just as laid back about this as she is. But why go to all that effort, and why Aramis for that matter? I thought you'd never ask. The reason is we've been itching to experience the school life. Hanging with friends after school, trying all the cafeteria foods, napping during class, playing hooky, you know, that kind of thing. The last two you can do without. What he said. Wait, so you two really haven't been to school before? Never had the chance, being raised in the organization and all. The closest thing was Sunday school when we were really little. I'm not sure how long we'll be staying here in Calvert, but I thought it'd be a good experience for us. We've pretended to be students while on infiltration missions, but I don't count that. Either way, we're just living and having fun in the moment. That's our MO. I understand, that's a totally valid perspective. Given their upbringing, it's only natural that they would want to make up for all the experiences they missed out on. Well then, let's get on with the tour, shall we? I'll show you everything the school has to offer. Yippee, thanks, bestie. Bestie. Alright then, lead the way. Oh, and let's be on the lookout for whatever that message was talking about. Yes, we should keep our eyes peeled for sure. So that's also part of it. It's like, they want to experience the school life, but also this. Hey Aggie, what's with this weird orb mail? Oh, this definitely looks sketch. Let me take a look. What is this? Oh, if you desire the truth and wish to bring an end to the oncoming tragedy, investigate Aramis. It's another message from C, but why now? That's the name of the terrorist who caused a stir in Erebonia a couple times. You said another message. You've gotten more like this? Yup, at the end of last game. Well, only one other. It arrived just before last year's Revolution Festival. Be on guard for the 7th Genesis at the Revolution Festival tomorrow. The 7th Genesis appeared shortly afterwards, so I doubt it was a prank or something like that. Yeah, sounds like it was for real. I can confirm this isn't the second incarnation of C. He happens to be a friend of ours. You're kidding. It's no joke. We know the first C, but we're not as tight with him. From the little I do know, I doubt he'd reach out to you like that. Yeah, it really wouldn't be Crow's MO to do this. I see. If only Ren were here, she definitely could trace the message to its source. Oh yeah, she's not in Calvert right now, is she? Yeah, she's back home in Libero. Oh, is she now? So she's not even here. Well, it doesn't seem like we'll be arriving at any answers, so let's table this for now. Can't hurt to have it on the brain, though. Nothing's happened here since we got that message. But we should still be vigilant. Of course, vigilant is my middle name. It is not. Now, let the tour commence. The Aramis Expedition Squad is ready to rumble. Oh, brother. First we were the picnicking front, now this.
まずは校舎内を回りましょうか。1階には購買部や学食があって。おお、どっちもお世話になりそうですな。
一回りしつつ生徒たちの話も聞いてみるか。
As I mentioned before, I'm really not a fan of the first game's artwork for Agnes. Nothing against her herself. I mean, obviously I could just... Although this doesn't fix anything, it still keeps her stuff, so... May as well leave her in her school uniform. Alright, time for school time adventures. This is the closest thing to what we had back in Cold Steel. But we'd be running around at Thor's.
じっくり選んでくれよ。また来てくれよな。
They have a school store? When I was growing up, the schools I went to never had a school store or anything like that. Although, obviously, Aramis is a much more luxurious school than your normal one. Never seen you two before. You must be the exchange students I've been hearing about. That would be us, yeah. Nice to meet you, Mr. School Store Guy. The pleasure's all mine. Oh, that's right. There's a card game that's been pretty popular among students lately. Would you like to try it out? Are you talking about 7 Hearts? That's the one. If you're ever interested in doing a battle, just come and find me. The rules aren't all that complicated. You can even learn as you play. I want to try it. Sounds like fun. I'm a little curious myself. That's cool. We're not going to do any 7 Hearts, though. I think that's the basketball court over there with the blue icon. This must be the courtyard. Oh, I like the feel of this place. The vibe's definitely unique, like it's somehow laid back and lively at the same time. Well, this high school has seen a lot of history since its founding by Aramis Gainsbourg. Learning spaces like this are said to foster one's personal creativity. Although I guess a school store makes more sense because this is like a dorm high school. Like they all have school dorms and everything. So it's a bit different than like a normal high school. So maybe this will be what awakens S to the wonders of art. If I go down that road, it'll end with us panhandling on the side of it. Well, we can't have that. then I'd have to be the one providing for you and spoiling you rotten, and on second thought, that just might work. Not in a million years. To your right-hand side is the auditorium. Inside is a stage where we'll be holding events for the school festival. On the left, we have a clubhouse where each club gets their own room to use as they see fit. Over there is the basketball court where our PE classes are usually held. Though if it rains, they'll move it to the auditorium. There's also a pool farther down to the right, but it's currently closed off for the season. For how relatively small this campus is, they sure have a lot of amenities. Hey, Aggie, what about the most important amenity of all? What would that be? The best spot to play hooky without getting caught. I don't think we have one of those, sorry to say. No joke? Well, that doesn't sound like a very healthy academic environment. Said no academic ever. Your best... Nadia should be asking Van, because Van, obviously, he didn't graduate, but we know he was at least a student here for a bare minimum of 6 months, because that's how long him and Elaine dated while they were in school.
バスケコートか。そういえばクラブ活動も盛んらしいな。
はい、バスケ部は強豪なんですよ。それと芸術系の部活も有名ですね。
What's over here? Is this
こ
one
の
of the
先
dorms?
はプールと
Oh.
冬場は使われていませんね。暖かくなったら脳殺水着解禁ですな。
いや、学校なら指定水着だろうし、そもそもお前は。
スーちゃん、それ以上は禁止。
I was gonna say she doesn't have anything to show. I actually didn't even know this was here. I don't think I ever ran back here on my first playthrough to get that dialogue, so that's kind of cool to know. Okay, there's a pool back here. Not that that's a surprise. Both Thors we attended, both with Class 7 and New Class 7, had it as well. When we're actually doing combat, I'll switch to leading with Swin, since obviously I'm not really a caster type of person. Shignon. Here's the parking lot for the school.
この像はもしかして。
はい、学校の創立者にして芸術家アラミス・ゲンズブールの像です。ふむふむ、そこそこイケメンかな。スーちゃんほどじゃないけど。
銅像、しかも中年男と比較されてもな。
Very good question. Alright, cafeteria. Oh, this is nice. Yes, cafeteria time. I knew you'd be excited about this part. Let's find ourselves a seat and have some lunch. You don't have to tell me twice. I'm gonna get one of everything. That's a lot of calories you're gonna get, Swin. La 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 la, can't hear you. She doesn't want to hear it, she just wants to eat. Welcome, what can I get you? Hit me up with the tastiest thing on the menu, please. Funny girl, this one. Oh, funny girl, this one. In that case, I recommend either the A combo or the hamburger steak platter. They're our most popular selections. Additionally, you can add something from the sides menu. We also have 5 desserts to choose from. I just died and went to food heaven. Hey, S. What should I get? Ow, my ears. Well, I can't blame her for being excited. Aramis's cafeteria is known for its delicious foods. Why don't we take a look at the menu? This is the best bowl of stew I've had in my whole life. It's a pretty standard dish, but the flavor is fantastic. This place's reputation is more than well deserved. I'm glad you like it. Like it? I love it. There's so many yummy looking foods to choose from. I don't even know where to begin. They even have a snazzy ice cream shop just around the corner. Aramis rules! If you love food so much, why don't you just marry it? The mystery of the century. Oh, this is a little off topic, but I've been meaning to ask, is it really okay for you to leave the office unattended? Ah, right, I guess Van did leave us in charge of it. I wouldn't worry, requests aren't coming in as much. I think we can grind them out after school and on the weekends. Yeah, we had so much free time, we kind of didn't know what to do with ourselves. Besides, we haven't had any luck finding clues about the fairy's whereabouts. You mean the fairy that was with the Crimson Grendel? I heard it showed up in the Blacklight District. She has something to do with what you're searching for, right? Yeah, that's as far as we've gotten, though. We've tried to find out more while we've been out doing requests, but nothing's turned up yet. Sorry to hear that. That weird time leap thing hasn't happened since then either, at least I don't think it has. I'm thinking it only triggers when someone's life is in danger. I know it saved us several times over, but honestly, I don't want to go through anything like that ever again. Yeah, I'm glad the two of you are safe and all, but the whole thing worries me. I just get this feeling that something strange is going on. I really hope Van's alright. The poor, lonely, and beautiful damsel awaits the arrival of her dashing knight. Ooh, I bet I could turn this into a novel. It writes itself. What? The two lovers were rent asunder, but they will always be together in their hearts. I think I'm sitting on goldmine here. Wait, back up, lovers. What are you even saying, Nadia? Alright, you can stop tormenting the poor girl now. Hurry up and finish your lunch. The three continue to enjoy their lunch, and then after indulging in some desserts, they return to exploring the campus. Nadia and Odette are two peas in a pod tormenting Agnes. Where else do we have to go? I guess second floor? Can we go outside the front door? We can.
こっちは正門か。お天気もいいし、このまま。
We just
初
got
日から
here.
エスケープしようとするな。
一応外出には許可が必要ですね。
Not like that would stop two, you know, master assassins who can just disappear at will.
噂なんだけどな。
お、ここにも像がある。アラミスの像は校内に2つあるんですよ。
All right. Oh, looks like there's something over here. Mr. Powell. We know Mr. Powell. You want to offer optional supplementary classes? I see. Well, we can certainly look into that. I just hope you aren't piling too much onto your plate. It's full enough as it is. I appreciate the concern, Mr. Powell, and I thank you for always listening to my ideas. Of course, I'm always happy to lend an ear. Well, I suppose I should take my leave. You have visitors who look quite eager to speak with you. Sorry about that, Tiny Teach. We didn't mean to interrupt. That's perfectly alright, but please use your inside voice in the faculty lounge, okay, Nadia? It's funny we ended up in your class. Small world, isn't it? Oh, do you two know Miss Toa? That's right. We met a while back. It's good to see you both again. You look like you've been doing well. How long's it been now? 2 years? Man, it feels like it was only yesterday. We met a lot of people from Thor's during that incident in Crossbell. Oh, that's when you met? Were they involved in all of that? I didn't realize you got swept up in that whole ordeal. Well, it's not really the kind of thing I'd bring up at school. Anyway, when I caught wind you two would be coming here, I immediately applied to be your facilitator. I know all about what you two have been up to, like how you're helping out at Agnes's part-time job, for example. Ah, now it makes sense. Still, it is a lot to take in at once. I mean, you being part of the war as a member of Thor's military academy is enough of a surprise by itself. I heard you played an especially important role in it, too. That's why I'm betting you came here to Calvard with some kind of hidden agenda. I'm on to you, Tiny Teach. What are you? Nadia, don't be rude. It's true that I'm Thor's alumnus, and yes, I do some work for an NGO as well. But there's no hidden agenda, I promise. I'm just here as a teacher and someone who wants to help promote peace between nations. Bringing to their Calvard and the Empire and all the other surrounding nations will be no easy feat. But that won't stop me from chasing a solution. That's what I'm here to do. Wow, I never realized you were trying to achieve such a lofty goal. Lofty is right. Still, I'm not buying what she's feeding us. World peace? Ha! A likely story. Not everything's a conspiracy. By the way, we wanted to ask you about something. We got this weird orb mail the other day. It was from a person named C, you know, like the one you're friends with. Do you think he would send a cryptic message to Arkwright Solutions? You think you got a message from Crow? Crow name drop. No, I really don't think so. He gave that name up long ago, so there'd be no reason for him to use it as his signature. It's more likely your correspondent stole the moniker. It wouldn't be the first time that happened. That's what I thought too. Thanks, Tiny Teach. If I remember correctly, the first C was a terrorist who caused a huge uproar in the Empire. Miss Toa has an interesting choice of friends. Well, I wouldn't judge them too quickly, Agnes, because there were a lot of circumstances. Sorry, I probably got you thinking all kinds of wild things now. Well, it was nice chatting with you all, but we better stop here. Lunch break's gonna be over before we know it. Feel free to stop by and talk with me anytime, though, okay? Roger Dodger. Thank you for your time. I'm always in awe at Miss Toa's drive, but I do worry she places too much pressure on herself. She certainly has stamina to spare, but I do wish she'd show herself as much care as she does with others. We remember there was definitely some dialogue in the first game where Mr. Powell was very happy to see how Van has grown up, despite the fact that he did drop out. Mr. Powell was definitely one of those teachers that for sure looked out for Van's well-being while he was a student. This will be the student council room. That's right, would you like to pop your heads in and say hi? This is where Ren works, right? Yeah, let's go for it. Little suggestion box over here. Student council board. Wonder if they'll put some 4 SPGs up there. That'd be wild.
おっと、アニエスじゃない。それに留学生の2人も。
ちょうど学校の案内中みたいだな。
Sup, you two? You were in our class earlier, right?
私はオデット。こっちはアルベールよ。アニエスも含めた3人とも生徒会に所属してるってわけ。
Oh, so you're Ren's lackeys. Oof, you guys must have it
い
rough.
や、部下というわけじゃ。というか、先輩とも知り合いなのか。
It sure seems that way. I'm guessing she had a hand in their transfer here. Yeah, she put us in touch with the right people. Ren's the best. She's always got our backs when we're in a bind. Shame she's always away. Or shame she's away. We'll need to swing by again when she's back so I can say hi. Oh, right. I think she'll be back next week, so you can come visit then if you like. I never knew she had connections at Remiferia, though. The plot thickens. Let's be honest, of any character, I know a lot of people like to make jokes that Van's like inner circle of people he has connections with is big, but Ren's even bigger. You think about how many people Ren has gotten to know over the course of these 4 arcs. Because if there's one constant in each of these arcs, it's that Ren has been involved. She was obviously in SC in 3rd for the Sky arc. She was in both Crossbell games. She wasn't like actually there with Lloyd and them during the 2nd game, but she was there. She was there in Cold Steel 4 and in Reverie, and then of course she has been in every game so far in the Calvin arc, so she has been if there was a main character of the Trail series, it would probably be Ren. I doubt those connections are on the up and up. Anyway, the student council has been hard at work preparing for the festival. Oh, so you guys are the ones that got saddled with all the busy work. I don't think they're bearing the entire load, though. It seems like everyone's in a rush to meet the deadline. The middle of next month is creeping up fast. Some classes haven't even decided what their theme is going to be. I feel like Albert and Swin would get along pretty well. And we've got a budget allocations, PR stuff, mountain of supplies to look over. Ugh, I feel like migraine coming on. Sorry, I know I haven't been pulling my weight lately, but I'll fix that soon, I promise. I haven't been pulling my weight, she says. Girl, don't think I didn't notice all the work you put in yesterday. And the documentation you put together has helped us stay on track. Trust me, we're fine. Alright, I have a favor to ask. Could you look at the suggestion box for us? We haven't been able to get around to it ourselves. Hey, and maybe Swin and Nadia can help out too. That kind of sounds like a pain, but I could be swayed if you hand over some free lunch vouchers. I don't think we have those. Oh, but Ren has some tea and cookies stashed away here. Okay, I'm on the case. I am so sorry about her. She gets carried away with her wheeling and dealing. I can see that. It's like I said, Swin and Nadia are like the reverse of Van and Elaine. Swin is the one that has to keep Nadia in line, whereas Elaine is the one that has to keep Van in line. Oh, there's the first bell. Already? But I want to have more fun. You've had more than enough fun. Anyway, we still have a little bit of time before class, but we should head back before long. Good idea. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much else for us to do. Oh, there is a, right, so let's do this. A number of library books have been kept past their due date. Okay. So we do technically have a 4 SPG. This must be the suggestion box. Collecting overdue books, this is the kind of thing Student Council helps out with. That's right, we try to resolve any issues that crop up in the Student Council's daily lives at the school, even the small ones. Of course, there's only so many problems we can deal with at once, but we try our best. You're so mature, Aggie. Okay, you've convinced me. I'll give it a shot. Besides, this kind of sounds like it could be fun. That's all it takes, huh? Well, then why don't we head over to the library to speak with Arya? It is technically a 4 SPG, even though it's not. It's not even pointing what we're going to get from it for completing it, LGC alignment-wise. Oh, it's on the 3rd floor. Hello, Arya. I think we met this girl before. Oh, hello, Agnes. Are you here to check out a book? I see you brought some friends with you, too. I'm Nadia, and I'm Swin. There are new short-term exchange students. I was just giving them a little tour of the campus. Anyway, we checked the suggestion box along the way and read your letter. Would you mind telling us a little more about those overdue books? Oh, that. Well, if the student council is willing, I'll gladly take all the help I can. The thing is, there are a few books I want to display during the school festival, but they haven't been returned yet. Alright, I remember you saying you wanted to set up a book display soon. Yes, I'm planning to set up a collection of books centered around Aramis and the Calvardian Revolution. Ooh, so people can enjoy the festival and learn about history at the same time. It's a fairly big library, so I'm sure you'll have plenty of options. That's true. However, I was hoping I could ask you to look for 3 books in particular. Would you mind? Understood. We'd be happy to collect them for you. Those are precious school resources, after all. It wouldn't be right to leave them unaccounted for. Yeah, I gotta punish those rascals for not turning in their books on time. Who has them checked out, anyway? A second year named Donatello. The Ninja Turtle? And two first years named Julian and Chignon. Julian's the guy from Erebonia, right? Chignon we saw outside. You know, a great man once said, what you're missing today was not so yesterday. Ooh, so wise. Sounds more like someone stating the obvious to me. Not wrong. I'm a little surprised to hear Julian's name come up, though. Oh yeah, he didn't seem the type to keep anything past the due date. Well, regardless, late is late. I'd really appreciate if you could go talk to the three of them for me. Of course, we'll take care of it. The Aramis Expedition Squad Arc Ride Solutions Edition. Alright.
OSPG 始めよっか。
We can at least get... I don't know if we'll finish this here, but we can at least get started on this request.
スケジューラーモードを起動します。
One of our culprits is
こ
over
の
here.
辺りは特別教室ですね。すーちゃん、移動教室間違えちゃった。
とならないようにちゃんと見とかないとな。
You're not a Ninja Turtle. I was lied to. Wow, I wasn't expecting a student council representative to come collect overdue books. I had every intention of returning, it's just... Well, here you go. Sorry to get back so late. A biography of Aramis Gainsbourg. This book is right up your alley, isn't it? You see, Donatello is studying fine arts at the moment. He even showed me one of his landscape paintings of Edith. You can really feel the essence of the city through his work. He has a very lovely way of painting. It's amazing how intelligent Agnes is when she's talking to other intelligent people. Most of the time, her interactions with the people at Arc Ride Solutions, she doesn't get a chance to really flex her intellectual muscles, so to speak. The only one she'd really be able to have conversations like this with, I feel like, would be Quattro. Because Van's a school dropout. Aaron, you're not going to have deep conversations with him. Fairy's still young. Judith, who knows how she was in school. I can't imagine she was very punctual. Burgard, she could probably have a conversation with. And who am I forgetting? I think that's everyone, right? Oh, and Reset she could definitely have a conversation with. I suppose a little uppity of me to comment on upperclassmen's work, though. Not at all, to be honest. It's actually pretty nice to hear someone compliment my art. I know it's the name of the school, but Aramis really was some artist guy, too, alright? Wasn't he the school's first principal? I think I saw a bronze statue of him on campus. That's right. More importantly, however, he was also a leading figure in the Calvardian Revolution. He was considered quite unique, even amongst his contemporaries. I'm sure someone with sensibilities like his would stand out in any time period. Sounds like an interesting guy. Maybe I'll give that book a read myself. Oh, hold on a second. What's wrong? Sorry, I just realized I should have said something sooner. I messed up one of the pages and I wasn't thinking and ended up getting some ink on it. I tried to find a replacement as soon as I could, but it turns out that it's been out of print for a while now. That's why I've been holding off on returning it. I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have been doodling while I was reading. Oh, is that all? Huh? I thought maybe you dumped a bunch of tea all over it or something. I'm assuming most of it's still legible, right? Yeah, you can still read it just fine. My pen only slipped and rubbed along the page a bit. Well, we'll go ahead and take it back as it is for now. But if you're really that concerned, why not go talk to Arya about it? I'm sure she'll realize it was just a mistake. She knows the kind of person you are. You're right, I should go apologize to her. Thanks, Agnes, and thank you too as well. Alright then, we better get going. We'll see you later, Donatello. Okay, so we know Chignon is outside. She was in the back. And who was the other one? Oh, it was Julian. I don't remember where we saw Julian, though.
少しいいか?
Oh no, I completely forgot. Pretty simple for SPG if everyone has their books. Here it is. It's a biography of General Atkinson. Atkinson sounds familiar. Oh, right. Okay. I started getting interested in him after I saw Gloria, Dawn of a Revolution. Gloria? It's a movie about the Calvardian Revolution that was in theaters last year. Yeah, the one starring Nina. General Olger Atkinson was a comrade of Sheena Dirk, the mother of the revolution. The general used to be an officer in the old Royal Army when he was young, right? Ooh, so he was on the enemy side, huh? He was an exceptional young commander. He had this incredibly sincere disposition and was said to be very skilled with the sword. However, he was born in the East, so he was actually only half white. He was even shunned within the military just because he wasn't born pure-blooded. I'm sure they were just jealous of his accomplishments. Yeah, but the thing is, even though my situation's not exactly the same, I can kind of relate to him. The times may have changed, but racism is still a very real thing in California. I mean, we know because of all the anti-immigrant stuff. Like, these anti-immigrant organizations really just are like, get them out of Calvard. And since I've got Eastern blood in my veins too, his story felt pretty relevant. We know Nina is Eastern as well. Oh. I guess I got so wrapped up in thinking about it that I lost track of time. I'm sorry you had to come track me down. Don't even worry about it. If I find anyone talking bad about you, they can look forward to swallowing a mouthful of needles. Oh, you don't need to go that far for me, really. I can't promise everything will get better in the future, but I hope we can at least create plenty of good memories together. Agnes. And with me too, I got a whole list of school stuff I want to try out. Now that we're classmates, we can hang out together all the time. That goes for you too, S. Yeah, I'd be up for it. I'm interested in hearing more about that movie you mentioned too. Thank you guys. With the school festival coming up, I'm sure we'll have more than enough time to hang out with each other. That was sweet. Naughty already making friends. Alright, so where is Julian? Is he out front? I think we have a winner. Oh boy. He's surrounded by girls. I guess being an exchange student from Erebonia would get you some popularity. You're right, I did borrow that book. But you're saying it still hasn't been returned? Oh, he swore he would get it in by its due date. You mean he gave it to someone else? No, well, I mean, I guess that's technically accurate, but... You see, I checked out a biography for Sheena Dirk, but then my friend said he needed to use it for one of his classes. I know I shouldn't have let someone else borrow the book I'm responsible for, and I did try to refuse him at first. But he was just so flustered, he said he was desperate for it. I mean, he even promised to return it for me. Sounds like he didn't leave you with much choice. That's normal, though. Friends borrow stuff from each other all the time. I mean, at least I think they do. By any chance, does this friend of yours happen to be Lyle? I guess there's no hiding it from you, huh, Agnes? We'll go ask him about it then. Lyle tends to be pretty forgetful, so I'm sure he didn't mean any harm by it. Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for all the trouble, but if you could go check in on him, I'd really appreciate it. Alright, well, we're going to end things off here. So next time, we're going to finish the rest of this request. And then we are going to see where this story brings us after the lunchtime investigation. So, oh wait, we can go to the Alber district? Oh, okay, no, it's just this area. Oh yeah, so that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.